So, hello everyone, welcome to our Ask Geology group, a whole new way to understand our Mother Earth. So, in this class, we will basically discuss about the pathway our Ask Geology team has we have designed how to prepare for the UPSC GSI mains. And in this class, we will also discuss about what will be the expected cutoff for this 2023 GSI prelims and how you're writing practice or what will be the strategy that you will follow to crack this GSI main 2023. So this is our Ask Geology group, and all of you can see this is the barcode where by scanning this barcode you will be getting access to our website, which is also a free website. And in this case, you can see in home, about, history, and GS study materials. There are some selected books are here, so you can go and download those books. These are free. And if you want to contact us, then so many of contact numbers are also there. And this is our Ask Geology link tree. By clicking on it, you will be getting access to all our social media. This is WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, Telegram, Facebook, and this is the link. Directly you can go to the Play Store. This by clicking on this, you will be directly directed to the Play Store, where you can download our Ask Geology application. Or there will be in the description box we will provide the link tree. By clicking on that, you will be getting access to all these our Play Store. There is the application, our website, then our WhatsApp group, Instagram, Telegram, or YouTube, Facebook, and you can give your feedback also here. And all these GS study, Ask Geology study materials, you can find all those study materials here also. Okay, this is the Google Drive I have already shared. So let us see. And right now in Ask Geology, if you just go and download our application from Play Store, and there are two courses currently they are being published. Okay, there are already total 6 courses, but only 2 courses are being published. That is, one is CSIR net and another is UPSC GSI mains for 2023. And these are the price tag. Okay, 3500 6500. And this CSIR net 2023, the validity will be up to June. Okay, because अभी जून में एक एग्जाम होने वाला है, that will be the validity for this CSIR net. And UPSC GSI, all of you know, that's June 24th of June the main exam will be conducted, and after that its validity will be vanished. So let us see what's the plan. What's the plan for GSI 2023 main? So before going to actual the detailed plan, let us consider that in what will be the average cutoff mark for GSI prelims. Okay, GSI prelims. So as per my concern, from my point of view, for this time the GSI pre will that will go from, it will remain around 150 to 160 mark, both GS plus of geology paper included. Okay, out of 300, sorry, out of the full mark, 150 to 160 it will be the cutoff mark for this time, I think. Because all of you know the seats available is 242 seats are available. In the last year only 100 and 100 for geologist and 20 for hydrogeologist. So one or total 120 seats were there. Okay, and the last time, all of you know, the cutoff for prelims cutoff was 171 for general. Okay, and 169 for OBC. Okay, so as per the number of seats are around 2 times. And if you see the average, the standard of the question paper was not very low. Okay, though it seems to be very easy, but it is not very easy, that much of easy. And it is more than, or it is better than the moderate. Okay, so it is not too hard, too easy, but it is in the moderate range. So many of students, they will do some silly mistakes also. And I have seen some students, they have attended lot of questions. So previously I have already told that for GS you just attend around 45 questions, and in geology paper minimum 75 questions. And when I say that you attend 45 and 75 number of questions, I'm talking with around a more than 85% accuracy. Okay, so I think 150 to 160 will be the cutoff mark, and at best, it can come up to 145. So those who are just thinking that they will secure around 160 to 170, because so many of students I have contacted, or they have contacted, they are telling that they are just securing around 170 to 175, and some of students they are also securing 200, 210, and 215 also. So this is not going to be a very big issue. So if you are qualifying for the pre, then obviously you are welcome to our group for GSI main preparation. And I can assure that whatever the strategy we are following, like till now we have planned, then that will help you in a very greater way. Okay, for the GSI mains. And after GSI mains we will also launch one batch for interview, GSI interview, because you see, there are two things in pre and main. In pre and mains, these are the two areas where the mark gap will be large. Okay, for example, if you are securing 170 mark and someone is securing 210 mark, then there is a huge gap of marks. Okay, and in main you can do that also. Okay, in main so many of students they just secure around 180 or 200 marks. You can secure here 300. So here the mark gap is around 60 to 80. You can make a difference. In the pre there will be 50 to 60 mark difference. Here 60 to 80 marks will be different. But in interview the mark will not be very like the standard deviation, whatever the mark, that will be very less, or that will be very constrained. So the spreading will not be there. So the minimum mark you can get in interview will be around 100 to 120. This is the average mark you will get. And if you are very good, extremely good, then you may get up to 140, and if you are extremely bad, then you can get up to 90. So here the mark difference will be not more than 30 to 40. So we have one chance. Pre is already over, so whatever you have done, if you have done very great, then congratulations to you. You can get some good marks, or you will be leading some of the people. And if you are just qualifying the pre at the border, then you have only one option, that in this main part you will have to score better. Okay, and interview, the you can see only the mark difference is around 20 to 30 or 30 to 40, so that will not play a great role. The majority of the mark, that will be this main, will play a great role. Okay, so now first conclusion is that if you are securing around more than 155 to 160, that is, I think, in my opinion, you are qualifying this exam for this 2023, and you just start your preparation. And remember, if you are qualifying at a borderline, then you just imagine that you have to do extremely well in mains. Okay, around 50% mark you will have to secure, or let it be 48%. That out of 600 you have to score around 280 to 290. Then within this 200 seat your name will be there. Okay, but if you are not able to do that, then extremely sorry for that. So what is our plan? So this is the cutoff mark around 150 to 160, but at its odds it may come up to 145. So our plan is that for mains we are basically focused about mains, and after mains then we will just make some another group for this interview section. That is a different thing. So our plan is we will have to see writing practice, and what this writing practice means. And so many of students they think that we need, they know they need notes. Okay, notes, in my point of view, note, if you are making the notes by yourself, then that will help you in a great way. Better you just go on or get some notes, try to extract what is the summary, try to understand the subject, then just arrange your answer according to yourself. Okay, then only that will be helpful for you, or it will get some benefit out of that. So in writing practice, what we will do first thing, that what to write, that is very important. For example, I was just talking to some one of my student. The question was given that describe Polling's rule. What is Polling's rule? What is its utilizations? And describe rule number 3. Okay, describe rule number 3. And all of you know this Polling's rule, the coordination principle, that is the rule number 1. Okay, then EV, electrostatic valency principle, that is the rule number 2, and rule number 3 is how they are getting polymerized. Okay, so these are the types of rules Pauling has given, and in this particular question it is asking about the rule number 3. So you just define what is Pauling rules, and if you are interested to write down something about point one, rule number 1, 2, and 4 and 5, then you just write down only one sentence. Don't derive everything, because it is asking only rule number 3. So you have to put emphasis on rule number 3. Okay, and all of you know this, and the number of pages or the writing space is limited. So it is expected, or UPSC expecting you to write the answer whatever it is asking only. So don't add some extra things. Okay, and if you are not very sure or very confident about what you are writing or what should be the answer, then you just make sure that whatever you are writing, that should be like convenient in the sense that would be like लिखना जरूरी होता है. Okay, if diagram बना दो वहाँ पे, you just make a diagram, pictorial representation, you can do that. Okay, like if it is asking some 15 mark questions, but whatever the question he is asking, you are not able to complete this 1.5 page or 2 pages, then you just make a simple pictorial representation. Okay, space will be utilized. So in writing practice, what you have to write, and another thing, handwriting we will focus. Okay, handwriting, that is also very important from my point of view. And second, what will be the content? Okay, content is very important. And third, if conceptual building, if you are trying to like if you are able to just put some of your concepts. And fourth is your pictorial representation. Pictorial representation. Okay, so what here, what to write, what is the content, pictorial representation, and lastly the handwriting. Okay, these are the things we will be focusing in writing practice. And there will be some classes which are selected important topics, for example fluid inclusion studies. Okay, and in superimposed folding, and some in geophysical logging, these type of things, and some sedimentary environments. What are the important sequence stratigraphy? Sequence stratigraphy, I think it is not in GSI syllabus. Okay, you can check. Okay, so if you have any kind of doubt related to structural geology, mineralogy, petrology, these type of selected important topics we will discuss. Okay, and handwritten notes will be provided, and supplementary materials here, the handwritten notes plus of class ppts will be provided. And I am trying, like our team is trying to make ppts in such a way that whatever the contents that are in the ppt, you have to write only those things. Okay, there will be some bullet points, you have to describe all these bullet points in your own words. Okay, and we are trying to some put some informations which you can able to write down within the limited time. Okay, time management is very important. Another factor, time management is very important, because in my point of view, if you are not spending even 5 minutes, if you are not spending even 5 minutes being idle in the exam hall within that 3 hour time, then you are expected to write all the answers except one or two 5 mark questions, and maybe one long question, or maybe around 15 to 15 marks, 10 to 15 minutes you are expected to leave, expected to just give them, go away. You cannot write down all the answers. Okay, so time management is very important. And supplementary materials will be provided in this sense. If we are just from one ppt we are going to teach you something, then we will send some another supplementary materials. Okay, some pdf or some Tonle University, you also know that Tonle University, they are sending some materials and some specific part of a particular book. Okay, for example, metamorphic phases, I will tell that from yearly you just take out that table, and this is one type of supplementary material that we will be providing. Okay, and all doubt clearing sessions will be there. um, from my point of view, I just want to tell you here that notes, classes, class, notes, writing practice, time management, and content, these are very important for mains. Okay, so you can see there are three papers for geologist. Okay, for geologist you have to write down paper 1, 2, and 3, and for hydrogeologist paper 1, 2, and 4. In paper 4, this is hydrogeology, that is it is a very vast topic, अपने आप में ही एक दुनिया है ये हाइड्रोजियोलॉजी. सो इन पेपर 1 you can see physical geology, remote sensing, structural geology, sedimentary petrology, paleontology, and stratigraphy. So you can see in this physical geology and remote sensing, remote sensing is important. Remote sensing is a like important topic, very versatile domain. Structural geology, so many of structural geology like folds, duplex, this type of structures, complicated structures. Himalayan geology also comes in this thing. Sedimentary petrology, sedimentary structure, texture, phases. Paleontology, whether it is vertebrate paleontology, invertebrate paleontology, micropaleontology. Then stratigraphy, Indian stratigraphy basically. These are included in paper 1. Paper 2, you can see this is mineralogy, geochemistry, and isotope geology. Here to here stable isotope and radioactive isotopes, isotope geology. Then igneous petrology, metamorphic petrology, and geodynamics. Here the plate tectonics concept that will also come. Okay, in physical geology, the geomorphology part will come into existence. This is paper 2, and in paper 3, economic geology, Indian mineral deposit, mineral economics, fuel geology, environmental geology. Here in fuel geology and some there is what is that, engineering geology is there. Engineering geology is there. And paper 4, that is hydrogeology. So if we analyze, simply analyze, okay, in paper 1 and paper 2, these are the topics we are studying. If you are like in bsc, if you have taken some geology person, then bsc, msc, so these topics are very common to paper 1 and paper 2. These subjects are very common to all of us. Okay, so maybe we need not spend much more time, okay, in paper 1 and paper 2. All of you know this remote sensing, okay, we'll cover, no problem. Structural geology, some parts of the structural geology like the superimposed folding, and some basic concepts related to structural geology, some ductile deformation, brittle deformation in regional and local areas. Okay, the structural geology, that is important. Sediment, in sedimentary petrology, sedimentary structure, texture, and some what is that it is called statistical parameter for the study of sedimentary environment, sedimentary phases. These are important things. In paleontology, all of you know these are important. Stratigraphy you can just cover up. Mineralogy, geochemistry, isotope, igneous petrology, igneous metamorphic, and geodynamics, these are also very common. But I will try to link these things very minutely, because I will be taking the mineralogy part, then crystallography and mineralogy part, then igneous petrology, igneous rock classification, and some part of metamorphic petrology. Then I will go to the economic geology, the ore forming processes. Okay, so I think this paper 3 and paper 4, these two papers are very much important, and they should be given more emphasis. So we'll start from paper 3 and paper 4 simultaneously. Before that, I will just start from crystallography, mineralogy, then I will come to igneous petrology. And in igneous petrology, I'll be spending some time with the QAPF diagram and a TAS diagram, or the igneous rock classification. And from those igneous rock classifications, then I will be explaining the diversification or the formation of different types of magmas and different types of rocks, and how these rocks are formed from different types of magmas, and what are their characteristics, and what economic deposits they can get. Okay, like for granite formation, and which phase diagram will be used for the formation of granites, and what are their components, and how these granites, if this granite is evolving, and specific conditions, like some, what is the country rock, what is the intrusion it is coming up to. Okay, then what kind of environment it is creating, and within this environment what are the expected economic ore deposits they can be formed. Okay, so this economic geology or forming processes, and side by side this mineral exploration will continue. Okay, this is all about the GSI batch. Okay, and hydrogeology, in hydrogeology maximum focus will be given up to the understanding. Okay, understanding or building, concept building. Because in hydrogeology, okay, in hydrogeology whatever the formula are there, like falling head permeameter, constant head permeameter, darcy law is the basic. Okay, darcy law is the basic. And in hydrogeology we'll have to little bit focus on the numerical also. Okay, numerical also, and some other like drilling techniques. These are some other things we'll be focusing on. And here the mineral exploration, what are the policies. Okay, these are new things to us. So we'll start from paper 3 4, and simultaneously by that time paper 1 and paper 2 some important topics. And if anyone have any kind of doubt, then they will just tell us, we will just take some classes on that also. Paper 3 and paper 4, sorry, paper 3 and paper 4, they will start. Okay, in the starting in the starting section we will start from paper 3 and paper 4, and paper 1 2 will start writing practice. Okay, so these are two simultaneous thing, because we do not have time. So we will have to utilize whatever the time we have more efficiently. पेपर 3 पेपर 4 दे विल कम. पेपर 3 पेपर 4 पहले स्टार्ट करेंगे, उसके बाद पेपर 1 एंड पेपर 2 में जो भी तुम्हारा इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ें हैं वो साइड बाय साइड चलता रहेगा, उसका राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस चलता रहेगा. ठीक है, सो आई थिंक दिस इज ओके. एंड में क्या होगा, in the next video I will discuss about the detailed course discussion, where different things are given, and what part. Okay, what parts are very important. For example, here the Landsat spot and ICNOS, these type of remote sensing programs, they are very important. In the last GSI, I think they just asked some IRS, Indian remote sensing satellites के बारे में वो पूछ लिए थे, पूरा पूरा पूछ लिए थे. टाइप्स, नेम्स, देयर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर्स, एवरीथिंग, ये पूरा पूछ लिए थे. सो ये सब भी ये भी नेक्स्ट वीडियोस में आई विल बी कवरिंग. सो आई थिंक थैंक यू फॉर this is all about for this video, and thank you very much. And if you're interested to join our group, you can direct contact to these numbers. Put a simple email, or there will be a description box में एक होगा, there will be a link that will be provided in the description box. You can go and directly click on that, and you will be directed to all our social media platform. Thank you, and remember one thing, you are the best, and continue your preparation. Save our mother earth, this is our motto. Thank you very much.